So most people are really excited about Avengers Endgame, but there's one particular issue that is causing concern or confusion, and that is the image of Captain Marvel. So in the standalone movie that came out around a month ago, Brie Larson's character Captain Marvel appeared with wavy hair, no makeup, and had to prove herself. Yet in Avengers Endgame clips that we've seen so far, she appears physically different, but also a lot more cocky and a lot more sure of herself. And this article points out that Avengers Endgame was filmed before Captain Marvel movie was, and the two who directed Captain Marvel, Anna Boden and Ryan Fleck, had a specific vision for Carol Danvers, but didn't actually have time to develop that character with Brie Larson before Avengers Endgame was filmed. And also, in a short interview, Brie Larson said that we shot Avengers Endgame first, so I had to stumble and figure out who this character was, with no script for this and no script of Captain Marvel either, and perform for the first time in front of legends. So what she's saying is that she had to film Avengers Endgame with no script, or certainly the script was shown to her at the very last minute. And that's very similar to what Tom Holland experienced. Tom Holland wasn't shown the script until the last minute, but he's had a chance to build a character over the last 2 or 3 years. But also, Brie Larson didn't see the script of Captain Marvel, so she wasn't able to build a congruent character between the two movies. And that lack of a congruent character appears to be showing already, even in the clips. The character appears to be different, and that may confuse a number of people, because it's a bit like going to watch Captain Marvel movie and then going to watch Avengers Endgame with two very different characters, almost as if they're played by two different actresses. So there seems to be a real mistake of the planning and the execution of these movies and enabling the actress to build a congruent character, because here it says the timing of these productions meant that Boden and Fleck weren't given a chance to develop and establish Carol Danvers' personality before the character was used as the Avengers heavy hitter in Endgame. And it says, does that mean that Carol won't feel like the same person she was in Captain Marvel? Probably. Now the excuse seems to be for Marvel is that obviously Captain Marvel movie was set in 1995 and the character has changed or developed since then. It seems to be their saving grace for this confusion between the two portrayals of this character. If it wasn't for that time span, there'd be even more confusion, because it's like watching two different characters. The Russo brothers had their interpretation and Ryan Fleck and Anna Boden had their interpretation, and they appear to be quite different. Not only physically, but also the demeanour and the behaviour of this character. And what Brie Larson appears to be saying is trying to give herself some sort of excuse. She's trying to put out that she didn't see the scripts. She says she had to stumble and figure out who this character was. So that's kind of her trying to give herself an excuse to people. So if the character does appear different, it's not her fault. It's because she wasn't shown the scripts. So it seems to be a real error that Marvel have made in the treatment of this character. Now, a number of people are saying that Captain Marvel movie was shoehorned in at the last minute and may not have actually come from a decision made by Marvel. It was made above Marvel. So Bob Iger received a marketing report that said that 90% of all Marvel's fans are male, and he wanted to change that. He wanted to attract more female customers and more money from female fans, so he told Marvel to go and create a female-led movie at the very last minute, and that's caused this confusion and this lack of planning that's affected Marvel. Even the media that's shilling for this character, because they also say at the end, they say that they're a bit worried that the character they've come to love, i.e. Carol in Captain Marvel, won't be the same character in Avengers Endgame. So even the shill media is starting to worry that this character will change. So when you go and watch Avengers Endgame, it will appear like a different character, and that will confuse people. So it seems to be really messy what's happening with this character. And even before people have seen the movie, people are complaining that this character is different. It's not the same character that appears in Captain Marvel. So what do you think? Leave your comments below. But this article points out, of what Brie Larson has said, that she wasn't given the opportunity to build a congruent character. So what do you think in the comments below? Do you think this is a real mistake that Marvel have made? Now, me personally, I don't want to see Captain Marvel because I think that Brie Larson has made a terrible job of her. The way it's been planned and the way it's been shoehorned in, I think it's a weak character, poor planning, poor execution. It's starting to ruin the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But if you disagree, that's completely your choice, and leave your comments below. But this article points out there has been some errors made, and that is why this character appears very different. So again, leave your comments below and also like and subscribe, because we'll be having regular updates for you up until the day of release for Avengers Endgame.